Okay. Are we back?
Yep.
All right. We are back on the air. And
Reunited and it.
all right. Somehow, some way, we're back.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know what happened, but
Are
I'm
you
glad you're here.
Are you ready to read today's?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
All right.
Integrity. This is Wednesday, October 28th. Acting with
Great.
integrity brings me peace. At times I may hesitate to make decisions. I may struggle with choices about relationships and work-life balance. Or I may worry if I'm spending my money wisely. Staying in touch with truth gives me confidence. Before I choose what to do, I listen to my inner guidance. I align my thoughts with what is upright, honest, and sincere. As I speak and act with integrity, I experience balance in my mind, body, and soul. Every aspect of my life aligns in peaceful harmony. Integrity is part of my true identity. I exhibit ease and grace when asked to make a decision. My health improves, my self-esteem increases, and I live courageously. Show yourself in all respects a model of good works, and in your teaching show integrity, gravity, and sound speech that cannot be censored. And that's Titus 2, 7, and 8.
Titus.
This was
That's great.
this really struck a chord with me today. I read it in advance because I don't want to stumble when I'm reading it.
Right.
And I underlined the part, integrity is part of my true identity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, if we're not acting with integrity, then we're not really being our authentic self. I feel like, I used to come from fear. And when you come from fear, it's more important that people like you, or they want to hear what they want you to say what they want to hear. And sometimes when you act with integrity, it's not always politically correct, or it may not always be the thing that someone wants to hear, but I have to be true to myself,
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise I get uncomfortable.
Well,
That's right.
yeah, we don't get what really is God's will for us because I'm trying to convince somebody to like me, which is really
Yes.
manipulative.
Yes.
And now I'm actually now I'm not even myself in those moments.
Oh, man.
Yes.
And now I'm getting things that aren't really in alignment with who I really am, so I'm always disappointed.
Oh my
and
gosh,
although it's
yes.
scary to just say, no, I'm not interested in that, instead of going, well, I better say yes because I don't want to miss out. This could lead to something good. Oh, just even,
I like what you were saying earlier
yeah,
about when you were asked to speak at the last minute.
yes. Yeah,
That's
I
right.
just cannot. I could already feel once, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And we're not always, when it's something virtuous, though, that sounds like a good thing and has everything good wrapped around it. It's not
Yes.
hurting anybody. It's for a positive, event or situation or circumstances. Even then, I have to be in line with myself and be able to say no.
Yes.
Like when Lori was doing her book, being able to say when she was first called by the agent, when Lori said, well, I really don't want to have to write the book. I just like taking the pictures. And the lady said, well, that's great because I would like Laura Coffey, from the Today Show to write the book. And if that was Daryl in that situation, I might just pretend, oh, yeah, I'm in 100%.
Yes.
I'm going to write the book too. This is great. Because I would have been afraid to say, well, I don't want to really write the book. I just want to do the photos, or I just want to do the cartoons. I don't want to write the stories. And it's amazing how that's what we mean by stepping out boldly leads to better than expected outcomes. And that's what we've always meant. It meant acting faithful, with a faithful, acting with the faith that just being ourselves and saying yes would mean yes and no would mean no, that things always work out better than expected when really they're just working out in alignment to who we really are. And that's why they feel so better than expected.
Yeah. I get this image of, and it really rang true for me this morning when I was surfing because I stumbled on a wave, and I had noticed earlier in the day that my mind was like feeding off of what I thought some other people were thinking. It started out as going to be like, I'm going to show off, off, or I was almost embarrassed to say it, but then I fell on a wave and it swung completely into just like resenting the people around me and like but inside I felt so depleted. I just felt like I wasn't myself. And when you guys are talking, it's like in those moments, it's like instead of plugging into the plug that's inside me, I was trying to plug my plug into out there.
Yes.
And what happens is that person goes this way or that way, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm completely unplugged from everything. It doesn't last. There's no way I can plug into someone else and that sustain me. But when I plug in, that's why we talk about the morning routine. To God, which is within, to myself. Because God and myself is really, when thought of in the perspective we speak, what I'm speaking from now, it's one. That's the same thing. Like I guess you could say with the big ass self.
Yes.
But as soon as I plug into myself, I love everyone. Unconditionally, including if I just need to walk away and not talk to that person at that moment. I laugh, go, I know that's just that person being that person. I don't want any part of that right now, but I still love them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a feeling of freedom. A great complimentary show is the one we just did, which was You're Out of Their League.
You're Out of Their League.
Yeah. Which is all about connecting with the real you. And then you're connected with everyone.
Yes.
And connecting with the real you is what connects you to God.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who was your creator,
That's right. We've got a great text from Larry Broughton this morning. You know Larry Broughton, our former guest from Broughton Hospitality, Broughton Hotels.
Yes.
Former Green Beret. Green Beret said this. He said, "Good morning. You popped into my..." This is to Daryl. It said, "You popped into my mind this morning while doing the morning routine. I was reading today's daily word on integrity, and funniest thing, that's the exact message I needed as I prepare to deal with a potentially volatile business situation this morning. As I was preparing my thoughts for the meeting, I was finding my old fearful self creeping out from under the bed, trying to sabotage my efforts. But today's message reminded me that when I speak the truth from the truth, all will be well. All the fear and anxiety about the situation that the old me was trying to unpack was tucked back under the bed and replaced with joy, lightheartedness, confidence, and love. I'm expecting great things to come from my meeting, and I know that only good things flow from the good fountain of love. Thanks for your continual reminders." And I hope Larry doesn't mind us sharing that, but I thought our guests, our listeners, I know we benefit from it. So thank you, Larry.
And it's actually by doing that, everyone listening now and us, we're like joining in prayer.
Yes.
That Larry is now back in alignment with God and God's law of adjustment.
And I felt it as soon as he said that only good flows from the fountain of love. I was like, yes, I could feel that. So
and I'm sure this business transaction is working out better than expected.
Yes, definitely.
Outstanding.
All right, Cathie, we're going to go to a break. I want to thank you for joining us today, as always.
Thanks for having me. I don't know what happened with that little glitch earlier, but I'm glad you got me back because I missed it for the world. Thank you guys so much.
All right, we'll see you later.
Okay.
All right, coming up after the break, we'll have the joke of the day, listener mailbag, and more. Thank you for listening to Funniest Thing on Unity Online Radio.
This one is called The Pants.
This is going to be our first 2-part YouTube episode.
Yeah, because I'll be able to, because we caught it.
Part
now
1 and 2.
We learned.
Yeah, we learned it.
We learned from our... Okay. We're 9 minutes into this segment.
9 is the loveliest number that you'll ever know.
Well, Tesla believed 3, 6, and 9, those numbers, were keys to unlocking the mystery and the mathematics of the universe.
Yes.
He was also a whack job.
Well, a lot of people credit that whack job rumor to J.P. Morgan and Edison. Because they were both very upset with him.
Yeah.
Because his inventions were succeeding. And he actually went with Westinghouse instead of Edison. And
well, what's crazy is the Bible talks about the Trinity.
Yes, the Trinity. There you have it.
Everything's born of the Trinity, man. It's not just there. Taoism talks about it as well.
Boy, our YouTubers are getting some strange stuff in this episode of Daryl and Ed.
The best looking guys on the radio.
It is. Hey, welcome back. We're so happy you stuck it out and
Yes.
made it to the third segment because
Yes.
it's time for your adjustment is today's topic. And we have a great reading to kick off this
This
segment.
one I found from Raymond Charles Barker on the subject of it's time for your adjustment. He says, a changed experience
Oh, yes.
can only happen to a changed individual. The world responds to you by corresponding to your thought. You have no need to implore the deity. You do need to know yourself as a great spiritual potential for happiness. God's work in you as you has been completely accomplished. It awaits your recognition and practice of its ideas.
And Eric Butterworth says, you change your life by adjusting your thoughts.
Right, and this used to kind of...
And it means adjusting your thoughts
Yeah.
to these...
They're simple thoughts.
To these healthy spiritual laws.
Yeah, you don't have to make up like exact specific thoughts about everything you want, and then you don't need to like, oh well, this is I had to tell myself this. This just means choose some thoughts that are harmonious, that all is well, everything's moving in the right direction. Those kind of general thoughts go a lot further when we're out of alignment than trying to get specific and figure it all out and get frantic. No, we want to just calm down and relax.
I was almost embarrassed to share this with you or the fans, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
On my walk home, I saw this guy. You know, he seemed like a homeless guy, but he had some hostility in him.
Okay.
And he was walking in the middle of the road, like trying to be disruptive.
All right.
And then he caught my eye, and I could see he's like going, I'm going to go harangue this guy because he caught my eye.
Yeah.
Like I could feel him want to come toward
Yeah.
me. And I go, should I smile at him? And then my mind goes, no, that'll just bring him in. And I said, just go invisible. But I could still feel I was working at it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, pray for him and all this. And then I realized, then I had this little thought of me, like now that he's on the other side of the fence,
Yeah.
going, woo, like making silly faces, going, ah. So what I did was, instead of actually doing that, I started imagining myself if I really did that, like in a movie, and it made me feel so joyful. It healed the situation.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
then later on, there was someone else doing something. I think I told you about it. What would they do if we just like turned around and wagged our rear ends at them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I thought about someone else who was being really belligerent to some people. And I thought, what if I just went, wah, 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 wah? You know, almost like the Three Stooges, like Curly.
Well,
and I
yeah.
just started laughing so much at that vision of me
Dude,
doing
that's
that,
good, yes.
that actually transformed. It made me love the guy. It was
that's
bizarre
great.
how well it worked.
That's such a good use of the thoughts. You know, it's getting into the spiritual place. You can start to be afraid of the negative thoughts or something, but to actually be able to laugh at how absurd that is.
Turn them to joy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because we're laughing at ourselves and we get back in the
Yes.
flow of life. Speaking of laughter, we have a joke of the day, which
This
was
is exciting, this
Yes.
joke.
This was sent to our P.O. Box via parcel post from Karen and Wayne Bresner, Coral Springs, Florida. And we had the pleasure of meeting Sherry Knight and Mike Knight, and I met Bryce Knight, and I think
These are
Rachel Knight is
the
also
daughter.
the daughter.
These are fans from Illinois who were
Kentucky.
in town. Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's right. Kentucky, who were in town
Yes.
visiting their son
In Santa Monica.
and had the courage to contact us. Our
Yeah.
fans heard that in the last episode.
Right.
And just like Joel Osteen says, if you're ever in town, come on down and join us.
Yeah, we'll make you feel right at home.
Well, listen, it's true. If you're ever in Culver City, don't hesitate to send us a message via our Facebook page or our email address, because we will make you feel right at home.
Yeah, we'll even say, God bless you. So,
They witnessed this, our first
yeah, we
piece
were
of
with
mail.
Rachel and Mike. No, we were with Sherry and Mike.
Yes.
We actually texted Rachel a picture of us with her parents and said, hey, Rachel, this is Ed from Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed. Thank you for letting us borrow your parents.
They're enjoying their time at fart camp.
That's right. That's right. So she was happy, I hope. And actually, I know that because she responded to us. But the joke that came in the P.O. box was from Karen and Wayne Bresner, handwritten on index cards. So thank you. It was
Coral Springs.
Yes, it was a joke they heard. And they said, "Dear Daryl and Ed, enclosed is a joke we thought you might like. Keep up the great work. We love you. Sincerely, Karen and Wayne Bresner." All right. So it goes like this. A minister was asked to dinner by one of his church members. He knew she was a bad housekeeper, but agreed anyway. When he sat down to the table, he noticed that the dishes were the dirtiest that he had ever seen in his life.
Ooh, did he say something?
He did. He said, "Were these dishes ever washed?" he asked the hostess, running his fingers over the grit and the grime.
Yes, she replied. They're as clean as soap and water could get them.
Well, he felt a bit uncomfortable, but blessed the food anyway and started eating. It was really delicious, and he said so, despite the dirty dishes. When dinner was over, the hostess took the dishes outside and yelled,
"Here soap, here water."
"Yeah!"
Speaking of soap and water, here comes Gabby the postal pit bull. Oh, we got another parcel post. Are you going to start with that one?
I was going to show real quick read the text that I got from Rachel after I sent her
Oh,
the picture.
yeah.
She said, "Oh, wow, hello. Love you guys and your show, too. Thank you so much for the love you have shown my parents and our entire family. You will never know how much your show has helped all of us and helped to keep us connected across multiple states. Your ministry of love and laughter is so appreciated. Thanks for making their day and mine. They mean the world to me, and I know your kindness has meant the world to them. God bless."
Now, she is
God
in
bless
the
you.
country capital of the world, right?
That's right. Nashville.
Nashville,
Tennessee. That's
There we
right.
go. Maybe that's why I was thinking Tennessee.
Maybe you blacked out about Tennessee because of the
Or did I say
Jack
Indiana?
Daniels.
I don't know what I said.
too much
but
Jack Daniels. Man.
I did have plenty. Oh, yeah, I've had more than my share of Jack Daniels.
Not before the show, though.
No.
Or not recently.
No. But there was plenty.
Yeah.
So
you,
what do we
you
got?
got it all out of the way early.
Yes.
All right. We got an... Okay, so today we decided to walk by the P.O. box on the way to get ready for the show, to do the show. This
Yes.
was like literally an hour ago, an hour and 20 minutes ago. Of course, we only had... It was already 2:20, and of course... We got behind the bird of prey. We got behind all these. It took a long time. We mentioned the guy with the suspenders.
Yeah, it's an old-timey post office in Culver City.
Right.
And our fans could vouch for us. Sherry and Mike were there.
Yeah.
So there's one person working. I mean,
Yeah.
it's real old-timey.
So we got it. We thought it was a menu for another Thai restaurant in
Which
our P.O.
we're
box.
grateful for. Any mail we like.
But it turned out to say we had to give that to the guy at the desk, and there's a package for us. And lo and behold, last night I dropped an old message from Sammy Smith into our script because we had never read it before.
Yes.
But this time we handed the post office man our slip, and he gave us a package from none other than Sammy Smith, who's a contributor to the Daily Word and who has been on our show. I'm not sure the
Yes.
name of the episode at the moment, but it was about a month ago
Yeah.
or so, right? And he's
What a funniest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the chances of us? We were intending to read a Sammy Smith email from
Yes.
weeks ago that we overlooked.
That's right.
And we end up getting a hard copy package.
And he says, Daryl and Ed, and we'll show you what else he sent us if we didn't do it already. Daryl and Ed, you guys are great. Thanks so much for the opportunity to join you on Funniest Thing. God is working through you to show people that this is a spiritual universe. The most amazing and providential things happen. Blessings to both of you, Sammy. Thank you, Sammy. And I think we might have mentioned it earlier, but he sent us both a copy of The Heart of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder, which is a funniest thing already because we get Catherine Ponder's monthly newsletter, and it's the one thing Daryl always tells me is don't read all the rest of the text, read the highlighted quotes.
Yeah,
and
the
this
highlighted
book,
affirmations, because they're awesome.
and that's exactly what this book is.
I mean, it's just the quotes that we like reading in one book.
I mean, I open it up, it says, that which is not for my highest good now fades from me, and I no longer desire it. My God-given desires are richly fulfilled now in God's own wonderful way. That's God's law of adjustment right there. We had you can read this. on.
Oh yeah, we got this. Is from the Facebook fan page. Thank you, Gabby, for reminding us.
Yes.
And this is from I posted a daily word.
Yes.
Reposted a daily word, brilliant, from this month. You could find it at our Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed Facebook fan page.
Yes.
And Sherry Knight responded to it by saying, "Shine on." And Jill Aspie says, "I was just thinking, I'm good at what I do. And then I heard Daryl's voice say, 'Yes, you are. I listened to your show this morning. Then opened Facebook to find this. Woot!'"
All right.
What's Mr. French? He's trying to get your attention. Oh, he's handing
Oh,
me.
no, he doesn't knock. I forgot. He's down here. What is that, Mr. French? You got a note for me? All right. I don't understand this note here. This note is from Mr. French, and all of it. Daryl, did you order food? Because all this note says on there is peaches and herb. Do you know what this means?
No, but someone's at the door. Do you know? Hey, brother.
Yeah?
It's me,
Herb.
Herb, yeah, my beautiful lady friend here.
Oh, hello. I'm Peaches.
It's Peaches. You are so beautiful. I love that purple
Herb.
70s hat.
I love your hair. I like to run my fingers through it.
Oh,
you got a song for us? I can caress you all night.
All right, let him have it. I was a fool to ever leave God's side. Me minus God is such a lonely ride.
That's the truth.
The breakup we had made me lonesome inside. I realized that God loves me 'cause he wants me bad. Hey, hey.
I spent the evening with Unity Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Regret the moment that I let God go.
Missing comfort.
Our choral was such a way of learning so much. I know that God loves me 'cause I feel God's touch. Hey, we're reunited and it feels so good. Woo! Reunited 'cause God understood. There's one perfect fit and comfort, this one is it. We both are so excited 'cause we're reunited. Hey, hey.
Visit DarylAndEd.com to find easy links to everything we do, brothers and sisters, including the Funniest Thing Facebook
We love Cathie
page.
Quinn.
Find our podcast, iTunes, or the YouTube page, and the Daryl and Ed Twitter feed at Daryl and Ed. Also, you could write to these cats at Funniest Thing P.O. Box 1312, Culver City, California, 90232.
Smooth as butter.
And as always, thank you for being a part of Funniest Thing with Daryl and Ed on Unity Online Radio.
It feels so good. Reunited 'cause God understood. There's one perfect fit, and sugar, this one is it. We both are so excited 'cause we're reunited. Hey, hey. Yeah.
I'm Fat Albert. Are you going to click the YouTuber?
All right, Herb, whatever you say.